Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2023 NFR Rock and Roll Denim Endorsee pre-show podcast, Rodeo's Finest and Guest. It's kind of a lengthy name. We're still working on it. We've got Rock and Roll Denim Endorsee, Mr. Sage Newman here, going into your fourth NFR?
Third
NFR.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
That's all right.
So, how's your year been so far?
It's been good. Shoot, I can't complain. Drew great horses all year and healthy, and had fun all year. It was a good year.
So did you have a good winter leading up to the start of the season?
Yeah, and had a really good winter, and that's kind of what starts your whole year off as a good winter. I ended up winning Rodeo Houston again, and did good at San Antonio and Fort Worth and a few of them. So getting them kicked off, it felt good to get the year rolling.
So Sage is a saddle bronc rider in the PRCA, and he's been. When did you get on your first bronc? How many years ago?
I was 15, 16 years old, so just probably a sophomore in high school. And
you're how old now?
I'm 25 now.
Yeah, so 10 years.
Yeah.
That's what we in the biz call a decade. That's
Yes.
a lot of bronc riding. So he's made 3 NFRs, and the NFR is kind of the Super Bowl of rodeo, if you will. And they take the top 15 in the world. He's done that 3 times and making a living riding bucking horses. So is it 3 consecutive, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. So Sage has he's been on the Rock and Roll Denim team for about 3 years.
Yes, sir.
And we are in November. The NFR starts about a month from right now.
A little under a month away. Yes, sir.
And so he's going into that third Super Bowl. You just told us, you had a couple of early wins, like Houston and some of those. Houston's in March.
Yes, sir.
The season ends last weekend in September. So that's a lot of money won, a lot of points on the board early in the season. Does that give you another level of confidence moving into the summer? Like you get to kind of sit back a little?
Yeah, it really does, but I just kind of keep the pedal to the metal and just keep rolling. I like to keep rolling. I don't really slow down any, but it does. It really does. It gets you, like I say, it gets you set up for that summer run. You're feeling good. You have some money won. You're getting into all the good rodeos, and when you get your winter started out right, it seems like everything just keeps on rolling. And if you can keep it rolling throughout the summer, you'll have a good year and get to the gold buck and shoots. So
season ends, let's say October 1st, and then the 2024 season actually starts then. So right now, we've got the NFR coming up for 2023, but these rodeos that happen in October and November are for the next year. So what have you done in October and November? What do you plan to do to get ready for the NFR?
Yeah, so in September, I went to Pendleton, and after the Pendleton, I kind of went home. I was kind of, like I say, I slowed down. I didn't really need to do the bubble run, so I went home, and at that time of year, I just kind of forget about rodeo. I've been rodeoing all year long, and I kind of want to go home and just forget about rodeo, and I went hunting and go home and do all the fall work. Right now, we're shipping some calves and testing and getting ready for snow to fly up Montana, so I'm just kind of working, and but this next month, this is go time, and that's when I get ready, and I'm gonna go get on some practice horses down in Miles City. We put on a bronc riding school, or Bulls, Broncs, and Bibles is what they call it. It's a rough stock school in Miles City. I'll get on some practice horses down there, and I just stayed tuned up this last month, and I got a Smarty bronc there at home. I get on and ride it, and just stay tuned up. But into September, for a little while there, I like to just go home and just kind of forget about rodeo and just live my normal life and ride horses and go hunting and just live life. And because, we're on the road every day from, June to September. It's busy. You're almost on the road every day, into rodeo almost every day, So it's nice to go home and just kind of relax and just live your life.
So, I get some Snapchats from you. You've been are y'all weaning right now?
Well, the other day, those Snapchats, we were just we were trailing a bunch of cows home. So we have our cows they're 40 miles from us. So, and it snowed a bunch, so we weren't able to get trucks in there. So we just trailed them home. So we trailed them cows and calves home 40 miles. And
40 miles.
Yeah, and then,
wow.
So we just brought them home there on the river, and we'll ship them here when I get home next week.
How long did you stretch out that 40 miles?
So that took us 4 days. Yeah. So it wasn't too bad. About 10 miles a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8-10 miles a day. So.
And it was probably pretty cold.
It actually wasn't too bad. I mean, it was, mornings would be 20, 30 degrees, but by afternoon it would be 45, 50. But for up there, that's nice, this time of year, because it can be dang cold. So
yeah, it seems like, judging by your schedule, watching it unfold throughout the year, like every chance you get to get home and like get back to doing some ranching,
yes,
you
sir.
take it.
Yeah, I like going home. I'm kind of a homebody. I mean, I have some horses at home, dogs. I mean, nothing better than getting on a good horse and going in some wide open country and just get out of the social life and just kind of get lost in the
unplug.
There. Yes, sir. Unplug. That's it.
What kind of practice horses do you plan on getting on?
I think Sparky Dreesen, J-Bar J, is going to bring some horses in. He usually brings some good ones in. I mean. He even sometimes brings some that go to the NFR just to get them tuned up, but he'll probably just bring in some good using horses that we can get on and show our stuff and get tuned up. So
who's we?
It's me, Chase Brooks, and Tanner Butner. Gonna kind of all get on a few, and there's a few more. Houston Brown right there, Josh Davidson. It's a good little buck out right there in Mouse City. So
gotcha. Indoor pen, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Indoor pen.
Yeah. So does it pose like a different set of challenges? Like, would you almost rather like go right into the NFR rather than take 2 months off? Because like you show up to that first perf and it just seems like sometimes guys might be a little rusty.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like that. But I like a little time off, but I don't know, it's a catch-22 because, you're kind of beat up and wore out at the end of the year, but it would also be nice to roll right into the NFR because, I mean, you're rolling and you're feeling, I mean, you've been on a horse almost every day, so, it's all, muscle memory, but now that you have 2 months off, it is nice to go home. I mean, if you're beat up, it's nice to go home and get healed up and get freshened up for the finals, but, it's a hard question because, it's tough either way, really, I think.
Yeah.
But.
So tell us about your NFR experiences and maybe is this one you got the same game plan or you gonna do anything different?
Yeah, I mean the same game plan. I mean I went into my first NFR and had a little luck, won some money down there, and it was just kind of opened my eyes and just kind of got warmed up down there. I mean that going down that first NFR. I mean. It's a whole different deal. People talk about it and you watch it on TV, but once you step in that building, I mean, it's unreal. The hair on the back of your neck stands up, and it's just no other feeling like it. And going in last year, going in first, kind of had target on my back, but I felt good the whole time. Came out, won the first round, and won some money the first couple rounds, and at the end there, I kind of let it go, but that's rodeo for you. I mean, stuff happens, and this wasn't my time, I guess, and I'm okay with that. And but I feel good this year. I'm ready to go back and get to it, so I'm excited.
What are some notable broncs that you got on this last year that seem to be memorable to you?
There's so many good ones. I got to get on Womanizer for the first time this last year.
Where was that?
That was in Houston, actually, the shootout round. That's what I won it on. So
nice.
That one I'll remember for a long time. That's a good horse. There's so many good ones out there. Lunatic from Hell, got to get on him again. That's my old buddy. He's a good son of a gun. And like I said, there's so many good ones out there. Haven't been able to get on X9, Explosive Skies of Calgary's yet. I think that's Horse of the Year this year. And haven't gone Black Tie. I want to get on him. Sankey's Black Tie. That's on my bucket list. But like I said, there's so many good horses out there. It's anybody's game, really. So
you bet. What do tell us about the different pins they have during the NFR. So it's the NFR is 10 rounds. It always starts the first Thursday in December, and it'll go 10 nights in a row and end on the second Saturday of December. So, or however it lays out. But so you're going to get on 10 bucking horses in a row.
Yes, sir.
And they've got different pins that have different levels of broncs. Tell us about those.
Yes, sir. I'm not sure exactly how we have them set up, but I think there's 5 pins. So there'd be the hopper pin, which is just the really good horses. We'll probably get on them the first night we go out there. And then I think maybe the semi-eliminators, they're a little tougher, You're maybe have some dirty stuff to them, but still good horses. And then You got the TV pin. Those are the ones that are flashy and dang sure buck. You can be 90 or nothing on. Eliminators, that's always a fun night to watch because yeah, there's always some good some good buck offs and some good rides. I mean, they're just hard, and you got to have your hammer cocked when you come out there for that round. So yeah, there's all them pins, and yeah, so we'll go through them the first 5 nights, and then we'll go through them again the next 5 nights too. So a lot of them, but we bring a lot of them horses will only get bucked once, but some get bucked twice. It just depends on the caliber of horse and what all goes on down there. So
yeah, the Eliminator round seems to be one where there's always some surprises.
It's always exciting. Like I say, everybody loves watching Eliminator pin because, like I say, they're big, they're strong, they're scary, and they buck. I mean, it's always a good watching.
It's crazy to think that, to maybe just the uneducated eye, one might think, well, a bucking horse is a bucking horse, but out of these, essentially it'll be 150 outs.
Yes,
like you said, some of them will go twice, but 10 guys or 15 guys, 10 nights in a row, and out of those 150 outs, you can divide even those bucking horses. Yep, they're all ranked. That's why they're there. But then you divide those into 5 different groups of horses. And it's interesting to see that how the tone changes each night with those pins.
Yes, sir, it really is.
It's something the common viewer may not recognize.
Yeah, like a lot of people might not know, but yeah, it's really interesting because yeah, like there's like we talk about it. I mean, there's hoppers, which are your good ones, and like those ones we'll start out with and kind of get warmed up for the finals, and then we'll get go on into the other pins. But yeah, it's there's all, like I said, they're all good. They're all going to be good down there. I mean, everything down there is going to buck. I mean, it's always a good show. So yeah, it's going to be good.
What saddle are you riding?
I'm riding a Dave Urlacher. It's off an old West tree. So yeah, Dave Urlacher up there in North Dakota. He makes some really good saddles.
There's the 3 rough stock events are bareback riding, saddle bronc, and bull riding. And I would say the bronc riding, you guys can tend to get the most technical about their equipment. Outside of, bareback riding, like there's some different riggings you can have.
Yes, sir.
Bull riding, there's obviously different ropes you can have, what kind of plait, how's the handle braided, Brazilian, American. But I don't think any of those, I think they both pale in comparison to the different variations of saddles and the way they can be set up. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to it. I mean,
like the size of your saddle. I mean, you got your stirrups and there's all sorts of stuff. I mean, how you set your saddle and how lengthy you ride your stirrups, or short. It's just everybody has a different preference too. I mean, everybody has a different style, different type. So that's your own deal, and you kind of got to figure that out on your own. But yeah, there's a lot to it, But I mean, at the same time, you also got to go ride your horse. I mean, it ain't just riding the saddle; it's bucking horse riding. So yeah, there's a fine line there. You don't want to get too caught up in the saddle and forget how to ride bucking horses. So I remember that too.
We're here in Billy Bob's, and I guess they're having a meeting, something about PBR. But I saw Lyle Sankey over there, and he puts on a lot of rodeo schools. And I've known him since I was little, and at those schools, he would say, there's saddle bronc riding, and then there's bronc saddle riding.
Yes, sir.
And some guys get so lost in the details of their saddle that they, I was always the opposite. I didn't put enough attention.
Yeah.
But like you said, the size of the seat, what brand and what make.
Yes,
different brands have different makes, and then not to mention your binds and where you're going to set those.
Yes, sir.
Talking about the mentality, you kind of transitioned into it, like get a good saddle, and then from there you just got to ride broncs. Has there been a theme throughout the year for you, like maybe a one-liner or some sort of fundamental thought that you go back to?
I mean, I just keep stuff simple. I mean, that's bronc riding. It ain't rocket science. I mean, you just got to lift on the rein and set your feet and beat that horse to the ground every jump, and you're going to take the power from that horse. And like I say, it's not rocket science, but and just go have fun. I mean, you know how to do it. That's what I always say. I mean, I've been doing it for however long. I mean, it's not hard. It's just keep stuff simple and just have fun. And I always say stash and bash.
There you go. Gives you like another level of power.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like a video game, like
stash and bash. Yeah.
Yeah, like Super Mario. He gets that extra life when he gets the mushroom. That's your
Yes,
stash
sir.
for you. What rock and rolls do you wear?
I wear the Dale Brisby's, yes, sir.
Attaboy,
Yeah.
yes, sir. That's right.
Dale, yeah.
Yeah, we usually go with the Reflex. So, simple pocket and a Reflex denim, baby.
Yes, sir. No, they're all, yeah. I mean, working on the ranch, rodeo, and driving. I mean, it's everything, you know. I mean, comfort and durability. So, yes, sir.
So from here, you're gonna go back to the ranch for a little bit.
Yes, sir. I'll head back home. Like I say, we ship our calves next week, and yeah, just kind of get stuff buttoned up before snow flies up there. I mean, it already flew, but before it really gets cold up there, and yeah, get everything settled in, and yeah, head down to Vegas here in a little bit. It's time flies, it seems like, so not too much time, and we're down in Vegas, the bright lights.
Where are you staying when you get out there?
I'll be staying at the Virgin Hotel there, right across.
Is that where all the bronc riders are?
Well, actually, Rock and Roll hooked us up with a room over there. So, the bronc riders, I think, are up at the Caesar's Palace. They were last year, anyways. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure same thing this year. And sometimes, me and my travel partners will get a house and just kind of
Airbnb.
Yeah, Airbnb it and just kind of get away from the Vegas life and just kind of go get your own house. And
that's what we do.
That is nice to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's what we do. So, cool, man. Well, it's an honor. It's a pleasure. Always have fun seeing you whenever we get to cross paths at not only some of these big added money bull ridings that I'll be going to, but these rock and roll denim meetups. So
yes, sir.
It's great to have you on the podcast. Rodeo's finest and guest. Today's the guest is Mr. Sage Newman. You guys look out for him on all the social media platforms. Follow and track his progress through the NFR. So thanks, Sage.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.